What's a model first? We can say that the model is some kind of abstraction or representation of a system, and we can say more that it's within some domain from a certain point of view and for a certain purpose. That's a very good definition. I would even say that a model is some approximation. So there are some real objects and we are trying to approximate them. We are trying to abstract them. Another important thing is that the purpose of the model specifies what should be included and what's irrelevant. So the model allows us to abstract away irrelevant details. If you look at this example, we have a model of a public transportation of some city, and for us, dogs, trees, and other elements are irrelevant. We can use a simplified river view, simplified streets, because we want to specify how to get from point A to point B. A model is always a model of something, so we need to identify real objects, runtime instances, which are not part of the model, but we are going to represent them, approximate them. And in general, we've got two kinds of models. We've got as-is models for existing systems, specifying properties and behavior of the existing systems, and planned systems, so the to-be models, to represent how the system is to be constructed and how it should behave. A couple of words regarding model correctness. The things which are not part of the model, but the things which are modeled are always complete, precise, and concrete. So they exist, you can talk to some kind of person, you can go somewhere with that person, but models are just some representation of real objects, so they can be incomplete, imprecise, and sometimes even wrong. We can even say that all models are wrong, but some are useful. That sounds weird, but let me show you the next slide. Why model? So we should start with why, and from this book I mentioned already, this author asks great questions. Why do we build models? Why do engineers build models of aircraft or bridges or whatever? What purposes of the modeling we've got? And the simple answer is models are built to find out if something will work. We build aircraft model and put them into a wind tunnel to see if they will fly. We build models of bridges to see if they will stand. So we can ask, why don't we just build the bridge and see if it stands? Why don't we build some aircraft and see if it can fly? Another answer is because it's less expensive to create models. So we investigate designs with models when the models are much cheaper than the real things we are going to build. If you can test your ideas and see if it will work, it's definitely cheaper and faster. What's the difference between models and diagrams? For many people it's confusing. They use these terms interchangeably. Diagrams in general are graphical representations of some parts of the model. So not all elements of the model should be represented as diagrams. Other elements are kept in the model without being diagrammed. So to understand the difference is that the model contains all the details we know about some problem from some domain, and we can have submodels. As you can see, we can group them using packages, and then to document some parts of the model we can use different kinds of diagrams. We can use some kind of dynamic diagrams, as you can see here. We can use structural diagrams to document graphically some parts of the model.